to school.
Yeah.
What's one thing about acting that you learned that you didn't even realize about while you were doing it?
Listening. I think it was the moment that I realized that acting is just reacting,
Uh-huh.
and that reacting requires stillness and listening. Like, as a young person doing musical theater, which is its own genre in and of itself, in its own style, but it's like blah 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 my line, blah 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 my line, right? There's a formula to it that if nobody has taught you, it just becomes louder, faster, funnier, right? Which is to a certain degree true in a lot of ways, but
Mm.
but you don't really connect to it. And I think that it was taking the performance studies classes at Carolina that made me realize how important the connection to text was, and how important the connection to hearing that text
Right.
was,
Right.
and how that then spurs, your action. Well, and it also comes to how many times have you done a show and gone backstage and somebody says, "Have you always said that line that way?" Or "Did you have you always done that?" And what that tells me is that is a person who is just kind of going the paint by numbers approach.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you, if you listen, I know what you're going to say,
Mm-hmm.
but I hear what you're going to say the way you say it today, not the way you said it 6 weeks ago when we first started rehearsal. I hear it the way Tanner brought it in tonight. So you're very much correct. I always start with acting as reacting, but that reaction leads to doing.
Mm-hmm.
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So
Right.
you do something, I react by doing something. You know what I mean?